We're now heading over to the Marine Department on Washington Street to meet up with the Harbor Master, Sheila Lucy. She's going to be showing us about what the planned renovations are for that building. It includes a complete redo of the bathrooms, which are pretty much a shambles, and some other improvements to the building. And this is the project where we are approved for a $1 million grant. So the project overall is $3.45 million, but we're getting the grant, which brings it down to $2.45, and that is the ask for the voters. And while we're down here, I think we're going to maybe take a quick look at the damage that's been sustained at the town pier in the last, 4 storms since January.
And we have another one.
And we have another one now. So we're going to take a look at that, and Sheila can hopefully tell us a bit about what we're going to be able to get at for this coming summer. So you're just going to pull into her parking lot.
Okay.
So we're down here at the Marine Department, and Sheila Lucy, our harbor master, is going to take us through the building, starting with these bathrooms here. So Sheila, tell us about what's going on in here.
Okay, this is a men's room. I mean, we do the best we can to take care of it by ourselves, but it takes a lot of work. It's pretty old. They need to be redone. You can see back here, but these are the only restrooms for all the boaters that we get that are on moorings or in the anchorage. And this is their welcome to Nantucket.
They're spending big bucks to have their moorings out there?
Yeah, they are. And they're spending a lot of money in town.
And it takes a beating, these bathrooms.
Oh, yeah.
When was the last time they were done?
Like in the 70s.
Okay.
Really done. And since then, they've
We've just
been
been painting and trying to put...
cosmetic sort of stuff.
Exactly, but structurally they need a lot of help. In the ladies' room next door, we had to replace a lot of the flooring, but it was just a patchwork because it got too squishy. And even when people just use regular showers, you have to keep fans going in here just because nothing drains properly, which destroys the flooring and the subflooring underneath. We just had this floor done a couple of years ago. But the subfloor underneath is in tough shape.
What's that?
That's a handicap.
Oh.
Okay.
People locking on us all the time. So we keep this pretty much sandbagged all winter because this flood's really bad. We've replaced the sheetrock in here so many times. We've tried all kinds of different things. We tried to dig all this out to hopefully it drained. But as you can see the way this is laid out, this all drains right down to the front door. So we've done everything that we can to fix it.
Does it make sense, Sheila, I mean, if we're going to get these kinds of storms that are so high and it's going to flood all the time, does it make sense to raise the building?
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
But does the renovation mean that we're doing something in front of something else that we should be doing?
No, the building is going to be raised.
It's going to be
It's going to have to meet, this is one of the reasons why it's a pricey item.
Oh, I see.
It's going to have to meet federal flood and state and local flood zone code. It doesn't meet that right now.
All right, I got it.
So this is in here, but like I said, in here, you can see the line that we've had the water up to before.
Oh, gosh.
Right here. So we end up replacing this sheetrock, and we try to do the work ourselves to save some money, but we've done it so many times now that we just needs help. And we have to redo the floors in here all the time, but it's constant trying to keep this place dry.
So this is the
That's our wash
control station here?
Exactly. So this is where the kids sit, and this is where the calls come in on the radio, the phones, everything else, and this is where we figure out what's going on. But we, this time of year we just have everything up off the floor, so when it does flood we don't wreck expensive equipment. Oh, that's to stop birds from shooting. Okay, so even this part of the pier sustained a lot of damage. Right here, you can see how much it was moving in the storm. This is all split right here.
Oh, yeah.
And like you can see where it was jumping up and down right right there was rubbing on these nuts and bolts. Here.
So how much work, I mean, how long is this going to take to fix?
We got a ways to go, but we're going to do the best we can to
We'll
get
be
it open
open
as soon as possible. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Where they did the repairs last year or a couple years ago, we had that big damage. The standing pier did very well. This year it was the floating dock that took the beating. And the floating dock's kind of messed up, as you can see over there. It's broken in several places.
Oh, right, I do see that. Jeez.
So a total redo of the floating dock, which I think is what we're eventually heading for,
Yes.
does take a big amount of effort, including dredging and things like that you can only do in a certain time of year. And so we're gonna have to really plan that out. So this is probably gonna be a muddle through a little bit for the summer. Make it safe and make it usable, but we're gonna have to develop much more of a long-term permanent plan to deal with it. Keeping, there are environmental windows that we can't change, so we have to work within those.